Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. Sorry for the late start, but I had one person coming late, and you guys are all connecting, and it's week one, so we'll just take it slow. So I want to start off with just doing like introductions, but like let me just ask like a few questions first. Does everyone use like an AI tool? Like it doesn't have to be paid. Like I used ChatGPT for years, and I still don't pay for it. Me and Rocio did a AI course last semester, or Flow as they call it, and I just went all in and I got Claude, so that was really useful. But I just want to make sure people use that because this is going to help with scripting and other fun things. Yes, everyone has AI. Everyone likes to use it. More than just a Google search. I mean, I use it all the time. Like, why is this like video or this audio sounding this way? And it like walks me through how to like do editing stuff. But what was really helpful last flow was just like the homework I gave you is like if AI knows something about you, you can just type in those questions and it can basically like answer them for you, and then you just tweak them. And the thing I love about Claude is it asks you questions to clarify what output you want. So show of hands, who uses ChatGPT more? Who uses Claude more?
I started with chat and now I'm more Claude.
Yeah. I mean, just for like saving credits, like whenever I think it's like I don't need that in-depth a response, I use my free ChatGPT. When I need something a little more better, and like there's a lot more I think you could do with Claude. Like I built my whole website on Claude. It was insane.
There is a live paid version of ChatGPT that is like very cheap. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 100 rupiah, and
Yeah.
it's just for more like, so you have more
Yeah.
space for things.
Okay.
Longer chat.
But there's a lot of like tips too. Like if you use, I don't know if this is on ChatGPT, but if you use Claude, there's like MD files, which is like Markdown files. So it's just like a text edit, and then you can just add it there. So like it doesn't take up that much room. It's not like a PDF you upload it. It's not like a PNG. So to do that, and I like the sub projects within Claude, and I built like all of my presentations on Claude. I did a little tweaking. I imported it to Canva and did a few things, but it's pretty incredible. You didn't raise your hand for either. What AI do you use?
Mainly Gemini.
Okay.
Yeah, I use ChatGPT as well and Claude sometimes for some things, but mainly Gemini.
Okay. Gemini. Okay. So everyone finish the homework assignment? Because we're going to go over that later. I've done this exercise probably at least 2 or 3 times. It's not bad to do it over again. Maybe like every 6 months you should kind of do it over again. We'll go through those later. Let's just go around the room and introduce ourselves. I'm going to pass the mic. I'm recording this for the students. There's a few students who are missing the beginning, coming at the end. I think you're missing the end. So you guys...
I'm leaving next week.
Next week. Okay, so you could just watch the YouTube videos, do the homework, I hate group messages, I get it, but like if you could, it really helps me to like understand the engagement and where people are going. In the group chat, that would be really great if you could just like participate a little bit more. I only saw like 8 people like respond to reacting to like one of my posts or requests, and it's like there's 17 of us in here, so it's kind of sad. It's only like less than half of the people are actually participating. I get it. Like I said, I hate group messages. If you have like a question that's specific to me, like I literally get anxiety when I see like my group messages at like 48, red little circles or whatever. If you have a question that's more for me, you can just message me. You don't have to like give everybody else anxiety, because I assume since I get anxiety from group messages, somebody's just like, oh, what is that? Oh, I don't have to check it. That's not for me. So if you have something you would just want to ask me, if you want to tell me you're late to the class, you could just message me. You don't have to add to the group message. That's just my 2 cents. Because I'm recording this, the bathroom is over there. If you are going to go past the camera, just duck, if you don't mind. That's my only other request. My name is Will. I'm from New York. My background is, hi Will. My background is in photo and video. I had like a production class in high school. We had a really cool art school. We even had like a dark room where I developed film for photography. Went to a film school in Chicago, lived in Los Angeles for a little bit, worked under these producers where we're doing like music videos for Stevie Aoki and Major Lazer and Machine Gun Kelly, and then moved back to New York, worked more in photography at the studio, did some fashion, produced a few fashion shows, and then went back to music videos and produced and directed and edited and shot my own stuff. I really do like working with people and personal brands. So the past 4 years I've been doing social media, but I kind of have like a standard of quality. I do feel guilty about my own content though. It's like, if I'm teaching this, you know, there's like that saying in America, it's like those who can't do, teach. And those who can't teach, like teach gym. Meaning like those like, all my gym teachers in high school like had big bellies and I don't know, but like, so I'm, you know, so, you know, say a little background about yourself, you know, what you like to do, and then like one thing you feel a little guilty at. So what I feel guilty about is I feel like my clients' work is better than my work. And I'm trying to like get better at my own content because I know that's what I teach and help people out. But you know, if someone's paying me, I better do a better job than my own stuff. I just get overwhelmed with having a little bit of a perfectionist mentality. And so a reel that should only take me like an hour, hour and a half to edit, sometimes will take me like 3 or 4 hours to edit. And then you're just like, ugh, this is taking so much time. But like, I don't want to, put less than a certain whatever. But like still, sometimes I just like rush some things and I post some stuff. So that's what I feel guilty about. That's where I'm from. That's my background. That's what I like to do. So I do know a little bit of everything. I always felt guilty for going into the social media space because it's just like influencers. This is kind of like stupid. But you know, if I'm selective of who I work with, I like their mission statement. I like their brand or personal brand or what they're trying to do and help people, and you know, kind of hopefully make the world a better place. It's great because I did feel also a little guilty for wearing many hats. Like some of the music videos I did in New York, I would produce, direct, and edit. Sometimes I'd produce, edit, direct, and shoot. But it was always good to have like a smaller crew. So I like that mentality. So moving to social media, it's like, okay, well, you're kind of doing all of that. You know, sometimes you can just teach somebody about lighting and whatever, and you just help them direct and shoot, and then you just edit. So I don't mind wearing all those hats. So that transition was good. Just because I'm the teacher, I went out over a little long, but yeah, just try to keep it 2 minutes. You know, where you're from, what you're doing, what you like to help people out, or a little bit about your services or what you're talented at, and then what you feel guilty about.
My name is Constantine. I'm from Moldova, lived in Ireland half of my life. What I'm doing now is I actually help brands stand out and convert. So I have an agency that does video editing, graphic design, Google Ads, and Shopify. So either for companies that have a product, personal brands, small to medium businesses, I do all that.
What do you feel guilty about?
I feel guilty about trying to make everything perfect, same as you, just spending an hour, 2 hours extra on the same video. So I'm trying to outsource my own work because I'm spending too much time doing my own work, and while still trying to focus on my clients' work as well, so it takes too much of my time.
Hi everyone, my name is Nikita. I also go by Noi. My background is in legal, corporate stuff. Now I've changed. I had also a business in e-commerce in Russia. I'm from Russia. Sold that a couple of years ago, and now I'm doing an international brand in clothing. It's like alternative dark fashion clothing. So yeah, I guess I'm guilty also of being a perfectionist. It took me like more than half a year to develop my first collection, and sometimes I spend hours choosing the font for some materials and stuff. So yeah, that's my guilty pleasure, or not always pleasure. Like, thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. Hello, everyone. My name is Evgenia. I'm also from Russia. Somehow we in this corner. And I have been traveling already around 2 years almost when I left the corporate job, which was very fascinating. but the meaning was still missing. And I call it I was on my conscious sabbatical this time because it is not my first time. So I have been working with the consulting company, the big consultings, and then inside of top 3 pharmaceutical company. It was more about the talent acquisition and change management. So I worked a lot with the people, systems, like creating all of that. So, and what I'm doing now out of all of that, still trying to crystallize this one thing, but I created the ecosystem, which I call the Vitality Codes. So I really love to support, especially these high-performing professionals in corporates, because I'm very related to that, to stop performing life and start living it. So to activate it through their, more aliveness in them, and actually to support, to activate this reclaim their energy back. So from the different layers which we have to see what is draining, and then to support to kind of activate it in the better way. So what I'm guilty about, I'm also was a perfectionist. So, but I was working on that, and now I would say I'm guilty a little bit that I cannot say maybe in 1 or 2 sentences what I can give, what people can receive, and I'm still trying to find how to bring this depth in a very simple and easy manner.
Yeah, you gotta like hone down your elevator pitch. I was so bad at it too. It took me so long to be like, how do I say what I do? Who
Absolutely.
I serve?
This is it.
In a, like most of the time I just say, oh, I just do video and photo. It's like, no, I help founders attract their dream clients by making engaging personal content that speaks to their target audience.
So you succeed already. I'm still on the way.
That took a year.
So okay, it is actually then good. I'm on the way. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Yassin, I'm Italian Moroccan. I was like Eugenia in a corporate group in Italy, and I decided to quit. I lived in different countries around the world, and my niche now is I'm travel agent about private aviation and traveling around the world. Holidays, I planning everything, and there was something missed in my life, and was like to help people, to encourage people to live and the comfort zone, like my story. Left my comfort zone, decided a new life, new goals. So this is my niche, to help people, to encourage to be able to follow their dreams, and that's it, I think, because and be able to talk.
Well, you're guilty. You're guilty.
Yeah, I'm guilty about to be perfect as well. Like for you, it's 1 hour. For me, 3-4 hours to make a content, and I think still new simple content, which before I wasn't able to talk in front of the camera. So take a lot of hours, like, no, the voice, even because I'm Italian and Moroccan, my English is not perfect, or I feel that. And I think I'm not able to say, to give to the people what I want to tell to them. It's more simple in Italian because I know all the slang.
How to translate what you want to say for them to hear.
Yeah.
Or communicate. Yeah. There's probably a better word. There's too many words.
Is so beautiful. Just say it in Italian.
Trasmettere. Trasmettere is in Italian.
Transmit. Yeah, no, transmit. That works.
That works.
Trasmettere.
That works.
It's very beautiful.
So, but I decided to start, make the action. Nothing is perfect, will be perfect just when you're doing that.
Cool.
Hello, my name is Rocio. I'm from Mexico, and the project I'm doing now is related to. Well, I had a bigger idea of my project, and I was struggling to define what is it because it's related to my life experience. So pretty much right now I'm starting with the first step is to teach people how to get or how to be free because I have never worked for a company myself. So I think I can teach that to others, especially those that are scared of being replaced by AI. So I thought they can learn AI, and through AI they can fire their bosses and be free. So instead of them losing their jobs or being fired, they can fire their current life. And this is the first stage for a bigger project that I have. So thanks to being here and the courses we had before, like the AI with, with TC Chambers, I, I was able to connect more this idea. So this is like the project I have, also to learn their own mind, AI and business, on the connection of that. And what was the last question?
What do you feel guilty about?
I feel guilty when I have like a good idea and I don't take action because I doubt myself, and then I see it outside like later, and I think like I thought about it first, like, or I have good ideas and I just don't take action. That happens a lot.
Yep, I feel you. Sometimes I try to chase a trend, and by the time I get around to it, it's like 4 weeks later. I'm like, this is probably not going to work.
Yeah.
Because of my background, you guys look so dark because there's a little backlight. The reason I switched from the black presentation to the white is because now you guys look better on this camera. So that's just how my mind works, okay? Like we're gonna start later, but it's like a quick lighting thing I love to teach people is just like if you don't have a light or whatever, like the opposite wall, like behind the person who's taking a photo, should be light, white, light pink, light blue. All these walls are pretty much black except for this. So if you're like at a nightclub and you want to take a photo, obviously the iPhone flash sucks, so like, don't do that. I'd love teaching people just like, all right, one person has the camera, get your other friend to get her camera out, put her flashlight on, put it at a 45-degree angle. One cheek should be shaded a little bit more. You don't want to have this ring light look where like, plus like the iPhone flash sucks. On a professional like camera, or like a photo shoot, the lights are always closer than the lens. So obviously you can have your friend hold their flashlight and it's going to be outside of the shot, but it's going to be closer than the lens and it's going to look so much better. So I used to teach this course about like how to take better iPhone photos from a photographer's perspective. So this kind of like is like one of those teachings. Maybe one of the weeks before we do like lighting and shooting together, I'll do that presentation. But yeah, your turn. Or yeah, go to Sebastian.
Up to you.
Hi, my name is Slava. I help small businesses acquire their dream clients through paid ads. I'm guilty of not working for over a year since I moved to Bali, and now I'm getting back to it.
Yeah, perfect. It's the quickest one, but you got all the points.
Well, you say everything, right? So it's perfect, yeah. Go?
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Sebastian. I come from Argentina. I've been a software engineer for 8 years. So I come from a corporate background with startups and multinational companies. And I'm also a scuba diving instructor. And I lived in 4 continents already. And I'm building a coaching business now, focusing on men that are feeling unworthy, angry, and depressed and lost, to work on their true identity, overcoming fears, getting courage, and get a clear direction aligned with a purpose about where to go. So I combine a lot of inner work with nature experiences so they can take action over the things and not escaping from them. And I feel guilty about, I don't know, I think like kind of like when I speak with people or I pitch or things like that, it comes naturally. But then when the last part, which is kind of like selling, I feel a little bit guilty about it. So my approach is more like friendly, and I don't materialize that part in a way. And also, I feel guilty about subestimating my tasks. Like for example, editing. It's like, okay, today I'm gonna make this video, and it's like my estimation is like, okay, I'm gonna take, I don't know, 2 hours for this, 1 for this, and blah 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 blah. And then at the other day, I'm like editing for like 6 hours maybe, and it's still not enough. So yeah, I feel a little guilty afterwards about it. I think it could be more efficient. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Perfect.
Hi, I'm Hardika. So I'm from the UK, and I help professionals build health, wealth, and freedom through ethical entrepreneurship and working from the heart. What am I guilty about? I actually don't feel guilty. Everything I see as a learning curve. So if I didn't do something right, or if I'm doing something too much, I'm always kind of like very reflective of what I do, and I just say, well, what do I need to learn from it? So I don't feel guilty about things. But yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena Green. I'm nutritionist and health coach. I'm working with the people, with health, with the habits, with food. Most of the time I'm working with my Russian clients, and like my dream starting working international. So now I already have my another profile in English. So the goal is making the content on this profile. So I already started, but it's like a challenge for me to talk in English. So the same problems like about the language, so about how I feel in English. So it's like a different personality or something like that. So I'm guilty about that. I think that's it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Funny.
Can you speak a little louder? That mic's just a mic for the camera. It's not actually a mic. It's not booming. We hear the motorcycles and the wind and the AC. So yeah, just speak up.
Hi everyone, I'm Funny. I'm from China. I'm an astrologer, Chinese
Can everyone hear him? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Chinese astrologer. So I do 八字 and the 紫微斗数. So it's like two different.
You don't have to be that close.
Okay. So it's
We'll
like
just project for everyone.
Yeah. It's like a kind of Eastern astrology as compared to the Vedic astrology or Western astrology. So like it's like based on people's birthday, time, and the location, and we know their elements, yin and yang, and the energy level high or low, and give them the guidance, kind of coaching, life coaching as well, to find what is best for them, like their relationships and careers, business, friends, family. So like a lot of things.
So a little bit of like Taoism and like in human design?
Yeah, it's similar to human design. So it's like a lot of details. So one thing I feel guilty about is I'm not doing enough to let people know about this. Because a lot of people, they would be like, oh, I know human design, I know Vedic astrology, I know Western astrology, but I don't know Chinese astrology. So it's a different system, but it's also beautiful. Like if you know Chinese medicine, like acupuncture or the herbal, like herbalism, is these things, you will resonate to this, like meridian things, because they are all in one system. They all work together. So something like that.
Hi everyone, I'm Melissa. I am originally from the States, from New Jersey, not far from where you're from. I've been living here for 4 years, mainly in Ubud, so that's why I came all the way from Ubud. And what I do, I work with astrocartography. So my background, yeah, so I work with locational astrology. I'm a relocation strategist. I've gone through many names, a Reiki Astro Geo Guide, because I used to incorporate Reiki. I also incorporate tarot into my business. But I've been in this healing journey and also like coming off of a breakup. So I took a hiatus. That's I'm guilty of that, and not posting for almost a year. I do post stories, but I'm not comfortable posting, on my feed. But yeah, so I help people figure out where to be in the world with astrology, and mainly with identity also, like cultural identity. My family is from Guatemala, so being born in the U.S., I always felt like I was a bit in like limbo, not really feeling at home in the U.S. and not feeling at home where my ancestors are from. So I work with a lot of people that are kind of confused as to where they should live, and also kind of come to terms with their background also.
So I made this presentation a while ago, but I think it's pretty useful. It's just like a base to like go over some stuff, and then I have another presentation I'll do at the very end after we do the homework, which is kind of an overview of like the whole course and everything. I had to figure this out along the way too. You can shoot things well, you can light things well, but if you don't really have like the pre-production and the strategy behind it, you're kind of just like throwing darts at the wall and hoping stuff sticks, and then you get into a scroll hole, and then you see like all this other content that's like trending or doing well or whatever, and then you want to jump on that, but it doesn't really like speak to your ideal client. So it's just good to have the framework. So to do that homework assignment, I hope you guys have done that in some type of capacity in a way. But the point of doing that is if you do put it into your AI, you have like your ICP profile, you have what your superpowers are, you have what your offer is. You can really just create scripts that are just like reminding AI, hey, I want to make a reel about this and this and this. Please utilize what my pain points are of my dream client or my ideal client. Make sure to put in like, something about my superpowers and a really good call to action and a hook. And so you can get these prompts. Obviously people use AI all the time for scripts, but it's going to be better when you have all this background information that it knows about you and the pain points. So the last flow, I took an AI course, and it really honed me down on like what the pain points are of my client. So if you can have like a hook in the first 6 seconds that are talking to that pain point, when you get really good at that, you can basically cover some niche of people who are like, oh, this guy like I fuck with, or this girl I like, she understands me, because the scripts that you make are hopefully going to really feel like they speak to that exact person. Because I guarantee everyone in this room, there's somebody that does exactly what we do, probably better, or exactly what we do, worse, but they just post better content. So it's just like, who are you gonna go with? Like my best example is like my dad and my sister are both bass players. They're both musicians. A lot of people can play the bass just as good as them, but why do they get jobs? Ugh. I told him I'd call him later, you motherfucker. What do you not understand is I'll call you later, and then he calls me. So funny. I'll leave it in YouTube. The reason like my dad or especially my sister gets jobs is just like, when she's going on an audition or doing stuff, they're kind of reading her too, of just like, would she be fun to chill with on like a 8-month tour, and like we're going around the country, and like would she be fun to like have a beer with after, like, because she could do this or with this and that. But it's just like, at the end of the day, if you have a client, like you're talking to a guy, or you're trying to help somebody out with like health or whatever, they also don't want to feel like it's like work. They want to enjoy the time too. Like if I've been on set so many times with certain people, the people who level up or get better is just like, they were chill, you know, they didn't freak out when like a situation happened on set, because like on set it's just like putting out fires all the time. Okay, this happened, this person's late, oh, the catering order didn't bring the star of the show their food. Okay, now they're gonna be like upset. You gotta like make the, you know, the actor happy or whatever, or the musician happy. So it's just like, it's constantly putting out fires, but if you can just like not have that stress, not, you know, like, you know, people show up late, like I don't get mad, but like I was an angry person in New York. So it's just like, thank God Bali's helped me out with that, but just like, just kind of rolling with the punches, not taking anything personally, and then also just realizing like, if you can show your personality through your reels, that's kind of what's gonna win you over more than your services. So I'm probably talking a couple slides down. I'll probably go through this really fast. I don't know why I'm rambling so much, but I just have all these ideas. So a couple of us said it takes like a really long time to edit a reel, like sometimes 3 hours, sometimes 6 hours, and you're just like, oh my God, I spent so much time on like something that's 40 seconds. So what I did with one of my clients is like, okay, we have like a certain amount of carousels. He even hired out somebody for a little bit to do like these kind of animation reels. So all he had to do was a voiceover. And then we did like higher end production stuff, you know, where we shot with my camera that shoots up to 6K. And then he got really good at being comfortable enough in the camera where some of his reels were just him just like talking, and it was the shitty camera too. Like everyone knows, like these cameras are better than this camera, right? Like this is smaller, this is worse. I get it, you want to see yourself, but like this camera is better just quality wise. It's going to be less noise, which is like the grain and the artifacts from like dark lighting, so it would be really bad here. Plus, it's like this lens is like a fisheye, so I'm like 100% certain like this is the reason why like all these people got like lip fillers for a while, because they like looked at this camera and their nose is big, so they wanted to get their lips bigger to like even out their nose, and it's like, look in the mirror, don't look at this. It's literally like whatever's closest to the camera is gonna be the biggest. So if you do film your own content, I would say like, if you want to do something high-end, good editing style, B-roll, interesting captions or whatever, do that. But then like some just like, if you have an inspiration, and obviously this could be a story too or whatever, and you just do like wins and losses of the day. People want to hear about it. You know, you just like, you know, just be like, oh, you know, today it was crazy, traffic was this, whatever. Oh, you know, but like I caught up with this friend and it showed me this and it reminded me of that or whatever, or whatever. And that could be a story, that could be a post, but like, I think just like not overthinking it too. I think people do want to see a little more raw stuff. There's stuff that's like really well produced that doesn't get much views, and then there's stuff that's just like kind of just like quick. You have an idea, you just talk naturally, and you just even edit on the app. Like Instagram loves when you edit on edits and in their app, because you're like giving the app like time, which is like showing them that they have like more like daily active users, and then they kind of almost owe it to you, and they like push it out more. So I edit in CapCut, I edit in DaVinci, but if you do like 2 or 3 posts a week where it's just like raw, quick, you have a thought, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, you do the captions in Instagram, you do the captions in edits, like that's one thing to think about too. And then you don't have to overthink it, and then you only have to do 2 or 3 like more high-end edits for the rest of the week. Yeah.
So a question was, now that I mentioned this, it's like, because I also use CapCut mainly to edit.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about it, what happens like if I go through edits, just with the full video already edited and everything, just to post it from there, it will be pushed out more?
I think so. So like I would obviously do a little more work in CapCut, and then maybe I'll just add the captions through edits. Or maybe I'll just add like one filter or whatever. And just like, so like maybe partly do it, like just try to trick it a little bit. Because I do think they like prefer that like you're not using a third-party app. They want, I always notice that when my friends post some stuff and it says like edits, edited in edits at the bottom, I always notice that they do better. Just a couple, yeah. Because don't, like, trust me, like we both spend as much time editing stuff and it fucking like kills my head. So yeah, I was telling you about me, like some creators I've worked with. So yeah, if you're shooting every day and posting and watching tutorials and you're still not growing, like you got to just find a better system. I took a personal branding course a couple years, two summers ago, and it was all about just like, okay, can you script 1 day a week? Can you shoot 1 day a week? Can you edit 1 day a week? And then the rest of those 4 days are for your clients or just having a spa day and going to the ice bath and sauna and not overwhelming yourself. Like the goal of this is like, I really want you to be able to think that like content should just be like 3 days a week of your life. If you can, you know, if you want to like space it out, like the editing can be those long days. If you want to just do like scripting for a half a day, shooting for a half a day, shooting for another full day, and then maybe like editing for a full day, and then later down the line another half day, that's great too. But like if you come up with a little bit of a system, you won't feel overwhelmed too. Because I notice when I edit like 3 or 4 videos in a row, it's quicker than me just like shooting, editing, shooting, editing, shooting, editing, because then you just start all over again, importing and stuff. So when I do shoot, I shoot, I'll send this to everybody too. Like I'll have a Google Drive, I'll send everything, okay? I'll share you on it. Like even stuff that I'm not gonna go over, I've created a folder of old stuff. It won't even be homework assignments. It'll just be like extra credit. If you want to do it, you do it. I have these old docs from like other events and stuff I did, so you'll get it all. What was I saying? Shooting, editing. Personal branding. You are. So yeah. Oh yeah, when I do shoot, I want to get at least 8 reels out of it. You know, it's like because like I shoot alone sometimes, and it's so annoying because I'm so used to helping clients out, where I help script, direct, and produce, and I light, and I set up the camera, and I edit. So then I got to do all those things. Plus now I have to be in front of the camera too. Oh my God! And I've done it sometimes where I set up and everything, and like my head's cut off or I'm out of focus. So like I'll get my neighbor now sometimes just to press record to be like, okay, I'm in frame, I'm in focus. But like if I do that, I have like 7 shirts on standby. I have 6 scripts ready, and I just like change my shirt and shoot a new reel. Change the shirt, shoot a new reel, and then within an hour and a half, I've shot all that stuff. And I'm just like, okay, this isn't even a half a day. Okay, let me at least import and color grade it. Or, okay, let me at least chop down the ums and the likes and the spaces. And basically, I'm all I have to do. Like, okay, my brain's toast for the day. Okay, all I have to do tomorrow is just add B-roll and captions. Can I just do at least like the prep work of just like cutting out all the spaces? I shot that. It took like 4 minutes to shoot. Okay, now it's 40 seconds because I chopped off all the stuff. And when I shoot, I only try to get 2 sentences out at a time. You know, people don't care about jump cuts, which is like cutting from here and then like there's space that you cut over and then there's slight movement of your body because it's a cut. So if you get 2 sentences out, so like for people who are like, you know, second English is their second language, just like I literally have my neighbor reading the script to me. He's like, he gives me 2 lines, I say the 2 lines, and he gives you 2 lines, and I say the 2 lines, and that's it. Because like, I don't do the teleprompter thing. I think it looks weird to have like your eyes looking close to the lens, but not really at the lens. I know there's some AI tools to help with that, but like, I'd rather just spit it out. And sometimes the scripts that I make, I don't say verbatim. I'll say it in my own words. I'm like, okay, yeah, let me say it this way. Okay, let me say an anecdote and a story so I can say like 4 sentences in a row so it feels more natural and flowy. So I would just try to like get into that habit. If you do really good at scripting, okay, we already talked about this. So with what's guilty, so I'm gonna move past this. So yeah, audience is super important. That's why I wanted to do this. I think people underestimate the importance of the bio, like who you serve, proof of how you help them, and like maybe another tag, and then like 1 link. You shouldn't have like 3 or 4 different links on your Instagram. If you want to have a link tree and it goes to your certain things, that's fine. But like, where are you trying to direct everyone? And then same with like your highlights. You shouldn't have more than 5. You know, no one cares about like Thailand 2023 when they like scroll through your highlights. You know what I mean? Unless you're an influencer and like that's what you do. But like, you know, you should, your 4 highlights should be like, you know, your work, your testimonials, you know, maybe some personal stuff. Yeah, it really shouldn't be, the highlights should not be more than 5. You're just trying to bring people to a certain place. I think week 2 or 3, we're gonna like script like an about me video. I used to do this, the personal branding course I took a couple weeks ago was our first homework assignment was to make like a my story video where we script something, we tell, like we do a talking head, you know, sitting in front of the camera, and then you just add B-roll of like what your life is. I made one a while ago. It used to be pinned in my profile, but it's like over a year and a half old, so I just like took it, unpinned it, but I'll show you guys like maybe next week or maybe at the very end. But based on like your audiences, your superpowers, and what your services are, that should all go into helping you script your video as well. Also, I do send out like a questionnaire to people that helps lock in what, you know, your story should be, and then from there I make the script out of. So maybe that'll be weeks 2 homework, just filling out the Google form, and then I can send it back to you guys and we can work on the scripts next week. But it's great. It's only like 13 questions. One of them's just like, if you were a podcast guest, what stories would you share? Like, and then so just I get to know you guys better. What makes, what stories about your life would be relatable, and what would your like dream client want to hear that would resonate with them and connect with you? So we'll go a little quicker because we have some stuff. So yeah, this is what I'm saying about bios. Like I want you to get really specific. You know, like Sebastian, you come to mind. You want to help out men who want to do this and this and this. But like, where in the world are they? Are they, you know, from the Americas? Are they in Europe? Are they in Bali? Like, I stay up late all the fucking time. Like, I'll stay up to 4 calling people in New York and Denmark and some people in Africa. I don't give a shit. I'm not a morning person. But that's important for me. I don't mind working with somebody who's an American, and like if that time works for them, I'll call them late. So thinking about like more specific than I just want to help men figure out their journey and getting like specify, because then you become that one of one person. Like no one else does it better than you. And then when you make that content, other people see it. They might not want to buy from you, but they'll hit up their friend or they'll share it with their friend. Like, oh, you know, you got to work with Sebastian. He seems like you got to go on this journey or whatever. Like, you know, even age, like men below 30 or men below 25, you know, it's just the more specific, the better. Yeah, exactly. So we'll go over our statements at the end, but like that's what's pretty important. So yeah, this is kind of the theme, you know, that your bio should be, who do you help? What's the changes you make, and like proof or the path. So just thinking about that, you know, like I build authority infrastructures for founders doing this a month who are underpositioned for the level that they are at, and then just one link. You know, obviously it could be better, but you know, it's still pretty like, okay, I know what I do. Like, I know this guy who like teaches like communication, and he's just got one line. He's just like, I help people like communicate or speak better. It's just like so fucking vague, man. Like, you gotta be more specific than that. But you know, I think he's young and he just wants any client he can get. But you know, the more specific you can get, then like anybody will like pay for that service because you're the only one who does it. Like there's, you've seen those like barbershop videos where like they're really popular, where like someone like looks really shaggy and then this barber gives them like a really good haircut or whatever. There's this guy who he helps barbers build content systems and production systems so they can like make those types of videos and grow. So it's like, that's so fucking specific. He's helping barbers out, probably male barbers, because like everyone likes the fades and like all that stuff. And he helps them with like lighting and content, and then just like works with them for a few months, and then they just know what to do. So it's like, that's super specific. Like I was saying, like the highlights should just be 5. You start here, results and wins, process, behind the scenes, like what you do with them, testimonials, offer, work with me. Like really, you don't have more than 5 highlights. You're just like overwhelming people who are new to your page. And that when we do like an about me story video, that'll be pinned to your profile. So if someone comes off your profile, I want them to think, they'll see that one pin post or whatever and be like, oh, I fucks with that person. Okay, cool. They do this and this and this. Oh, like they resonate with me. They believe this, or they went through that, or they believe in exploring other cultures and traveling the world and saying fuck it to 9 to 5 and corporate life. Like that's what that video is going to be all about. So partner up. I want you guys to look at your bio and tell the person next to you who it's for in 3 seconds, and and then they can judge how many highlights that you should keep, and what you should cut today. So you two? Yeah. Someone move over, come on. You two, and I'll be right there. All right, how'd it go? Was that useful activity? Yes? Yes? All right. So next week we'll do something similar, but you're going to talk to somebody else, okay? But that was good? Everyone's good? Good peer feedback? Yes? Yes? What?
Told me to come back at home.
Come back at 12? What? Oh, at home. All right. We're just going to do like another 10, 15 minutes more, and then we'll take a break. So you guys can keep talking if you want, but let's do a little more because I want to get to my other slideshow presentation. I didn't think this would be this long, but I did forget I have some activities that are perfect for what we're doing. So yeah, if you plan really well, like I was saying, you shoot 1 day batch. Obviously, yeah, what I was saying, I think editing is going to take a while. So 2 days, and then you schedule, and then like you could potentially have like 2 weeks of content done. Maybe you post a story here and there. I think stories are pretty good and easy. I think you should post, if you don't have the energy for a carousel or a post or a reel, just post a story at least every day. So like your orange and pink circle just never go gray. So even though you took a break for a year, at least we're posting stories. Like you were like at the top of people's like minds and feeds and stuff. For me, I've definitely gotten out of the whole like scroll hole system where like if I go on Instagram, it's pretty much just a post and check DMs and leave. If I do scroll, I'm saving stuff. If this person's in my niche or a competitor or they did a cool reel, I'm saving that stuff. And then later I download or like I share like to one of my AI softwares like all of my saves, and I'm just like, okay, these guys did this really well based on my brand voice and my ICP. What?
Sorry, that's good. I found that.
Yeah, so it's like, think about if you are sucked into the algorithm and the scroll hole, make it like work for you. Make it work. Like save stuff. Like, why is Instagram showing me this? Oh my God, like I really like seeing like big booty bitches on the beach. Fuck, Instagram, that's not good. Stop showing me that. But we're like, okay, if it's like good stuff that's in your competitor's niche or it's a trend or something, save those things and make a folder called like Instagram growth or whatever. I have one saved folder that's just called growth, and every week or two I just save all those things, put it in AI software, let it analyze it, and just be like, make 20 scripts that are similar to this, but within my own niche, brand voice, talking to my clients' pain points, blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, how do you technically share it with it? Like sending a link or?
So certain AI softwares are weird where like they can't analyze an Instagram video because it's like you have to log in. Like so, but I use Poppy. And I even generate carousels with this. I like it because it's like a whiteboard interface, so I'm like pretty a visual learner. So.
But can you download the video and put it there?
Yeah. So if I have like an Instagram link. So yeah, this was like my saves from a while ago. So let's see if I go to Instagram right now. And I just go to home. Let's see. All right, let's just go to this.
That's what I'm asking, but it looks like. Is it Miro, the app you're using? Or?
Miro?
Yeah, for the.
No, it's called Poppy.
Poppy.
share to, or copy link. So I copy link, and then here, and then I can just go Command V, and then it'll just like post it. It's really small right here. So, and then I like it because, yeah, it looks like a mirror board. I like it because, yeah, I made like a group, or the cool thing is too, I like, so if I go to somebody's profile, I could just copy the profile up here, Command C, and it'll do something like this. So I can go Command V, and then it says the latest post here. It says the outliers here. And then from there, I can just add what I want it to be posted on the board. So when I did your like brand audit, that's how I did it. I looked at your outliers, I looked at your recent posts, and then I had a template of like, this is my brand audit thing. These are the questions. Here's a template. And then I just attached it. So the outputs are like these like kind of purple boxes, and then you just add links. I don't know why it's taking forever, but so basically, yeah, like look how much groups I added and all these like little attachments. So you can unattach something and you can move this group around. And then you just click the circles and reattach it. And then basically I was just asking like, what's a strategic analysis for how Mia can level up her content? She told me 2 YouTubers she liked. So she said she liked Teal Swan and she liked Aaron Akpi. Or Opke, and so I had like a group of like her content, and his reels and stuff, and then basically it just kind of came up with that, and a little breakdown too. And then from there I could be like, okay, in her brand voice, develop scripts like this, this, and this. Okay, so yeah, my friend, design guy finally uploaded. So like this did like 7.7% worse than most of his posts. These did like 1.8 better. What was this say? The green is views.
Bobby itself analyzes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I haven't gotten this these analytics from like ChatGPT or Claude. They're both just like, we can't watch the video. Da, da, da. It's so stupid. You know, we. Maybe like weeks 2 or 3, like I can have like 15 minutes with everybody like outside, and we can just analyze everyone's Instagram, and I can send you guys a plan specifically. Because I think I pay like $400 a year for this. I do like it though because I can create carousels, and there's a lot of cool things within it. So it's not specific to one thing. Right now I'm using Claude because Claude's I think the best, but I can use ChatGPT. I can use the older ChatGPT, and I can use Nano Banana. So that's how I make carousels. So I sent them like an old template of a carousel I made in Canva and was like, hey, here's the script, here's the copy for the carousel. Based on this template, make me 5 new carousels in this, whatever. Because sometimes carousels will take me as long as a fucking reel because I'm like so stingy about like the photos I want to use and the placement of the text and all that shit. I hate it. But
For that AI integration, like you get like special tokens, or you need a subscription separately, so you can
I pay $400 a year, and I get 2,000 tokens a month. So it resets in 25 days, and I'm already halfway done. But that's because I did a lot of carousels recently. But like I said, like week 2, you know, once we go over the homework and stuff, like I'll have a one-on-one session with everybody. We could do their own little brand audit, except for you. You got yours already. Yeah, this is Poppy. Yeah, Poppy. Yeah, Ross actually showed me this. My best client. But now, I mean, I just like it because I'm a visual person. You know what I mean? I like to see. And so these are all my saves. You see, they're all random people. Sometimes there's posts and there's carousels. And I can send this to everybody too. I was just like, you know, if I talk about social media, people talk about social media hacks and stuff. Okay, let me do this. And so.
Give us your referral.
What?
Referral link, like, too.
Yeah, I can refer people. You guys get a discount as well. No problem. And then, but yeah, so basically, I basically had it all analyzed, like a group of stuff, and it gave me a bunch of scripts. So I have, it's being so laggy. I think I'm downloading something, that's why. So it gives me the on-screen text, the captions. But in the beginning, I was just like, analyze each thing. Wait, did I even do that in here? Yeah. Yeah, I'll send this to everybody. It's good to just to like have like a concept of like what saves can do for you in your own little brand voice. Yeah, definitely save that somewhere. But yeah, that's Poppy. But yeah, Claude's great too. But I notice whenever I post something, they can't watch it, so I have to like screen record like a reel for them to watch it. It's kind of stupid. Let me go back, and we're almost at halfway done, so we'll stop in a little bit. Okay. So pillars is like what I try to tell people like their content should fall under, and it's not like a reel or carousel. A reel or carousel can be one of those pillars. So like in general, you should be like educational content, stuff that hopefully is going to get shares and saves. Showing that you're an expert. It's similar to educational content, but like, if you do public speaking or you do an event or like I'm recording myself, like this would count myself as educational and expert. And then kind of just sharing your story and kind of being vulnerable. I think that's like one of the best trends on social media. Like people don't care if like you're in Dubai and you see like a parked Lamborghini and you tell your friend to take a photo of you leaning against the Lamborghini. People know that's not yours, or people know if you have one, you probably rented it for a week. So I love how that's like nobody cares about that on Instagram anymore. It's just about like being real, being vulnerable. That's why I want everyone to do a My Story assignment, about me video. So yeah, 3 of those things: educational, expert, kind of vulnerability, showing like your personal side. And then maybe 2 others based on your niche. Everyone should have 2 other like pillars. So yeah, 3 to 5 pillars. And the good thing is like there's no like punishment for repurposing something. Let's say you post a reel and it was an educational reel and it did really well. Maybe in a month later you do the same kind of concept, the similar script, but you make that into a carousel, and that's fine. And then vice versa. If something does really well as a carousel, maybe a month later you repurpose that based on the analytics. Let me make this into a reel. I think a lot of people, just do one shot talking head, but like think about like certain B-roll you want to cut to and stuff. Certain days I just like set up a camera and get like 3 shots of me working. It's just like I have like a close-up of me typing at the keyboard, or like look like I'm editing. I have like a little medium shot of like over the shoulder, like my shoulder and headline and the computer, and then I have like a wide shot of me at the computer. And then I'll change the position or change the lighting, or I'll work outside. And then I have like a bunch of B-roll for whatever reels I want to shoot, where I'm talking about working for a client, or talking about editing, or talking about working. I have these like more cinematic videos to cut back to. So think about that. Like if you do shoot a talking head, what B-roll are you going to use? You're going to use only stock footage, or are you going to like, take some really nice video of you with your TERRA cards or something else, or next time you have a client, be like, hey, can I just get like 10 seconds of us like working together really quick or whatever. So try to think about that, so you have like some shots that you can always go back to that look good. And then I hope by the end of this this course, like you will have like a 90-day plan. That's definitely what I want you guys to take out of that. But like I said, I'll send everyone this. So yeah, if you can shoot for 1 day, edit for 2 days, and you can schedule for 1 week, you can really just like get the fuck off if like Instagram's bad for you and you just get sucked in and just check DMs and leave, Obviously, this does not include like the day or 2 of scripting content and stuff. Like that sometimes will take a while too. But if everyone's using AI, if AI knows your ICP, AI knows your ICP's pain points, AI knows your superpowers, AI knows your services, and your inspiration or whatever, then scripting shouldn't take more than a few hours, honestly. Cool. So let's take a break here, just like 10, 15 minutes or 15, 20 minutes. We'll come back at like 1:07. My dad taught me like he hates like 05, 10, 15. It's just like, I'll meet you at the train station at 12:32. I'm like, okay. And he's always there like right at 12:32. So 107, not 105, not 110, 107. All right, guys, it's 107.
108.
I said it's 107 when it was 107. You guys are the troublemakers in class. I already can tell. Next week, I'm separating you guys. So yeah, if you did that, you guys did the homework assignment, and it kind of knows you, then the AI can be your producer for this. Feel free to do what I was saying with like saves from other people on Instagram who are your competitors or you think they had a good niche. You could really also just like do a quick Google search or like what type of hooks are really good and just put like a PDF or a PNG or a screenshot of what you've done some research for. Remember, the more you put into AI, the better it's going to give you. So if it already has your information about your ICP and your superpowers and your offerings, then you just have to like give it a little more direction, and it's going to take you there. Like I said, I like Claude because it asks you a lot of questions. Like, hey, before I give you this, like, I want to know about this, or like, I want to know a little more about that. And then obviously content calendars. I know a lot of people like to use Notion. I'm simple. I just like Apple calendars. Google calendars is fine too. But if you could just kind of have like a little plan for that, then you're just not as overwhelmed. Like I said, like I just want you guys to get to a point where you can just like work 3 days a week and your shit's done for hopefully at least a week. If you do really good at productive days, then your stuff's good for 2 weeks worth of content, and you could just schedule it out and then just be posting a story and checking your DMs every day. And then other than that, like, when you go on, just get inspiration, or, when you're at the beach or feeling some type of way for an idea, you just have your note section on your phone and you just fill it out with like an ideation station, and you can put that in a Notion eventually or AI and just be like, hey, I have these ideas, I want to do this. And then like everything should feel a lot more easier, not as overwhelming, because for a while it did really feel overwhelming. So the cool thing about Instagram, it does give you a lot of analytics. So if you, I think, have like at least a business account, you can like go to your analytics and see the drop off when like there's like these graphs where it's just like, okay, people watched and then they scrolled past, or like they stayed for a little bit and then they scrolled at the end. So weak hook, then they scrolled past, no tension, nothing to resolve, nothing to watch, no identity. They can't tell who it's for, and there's no payoff. So what definitely we're going to try to figure out this week is the identity portion. If you can really lock in who you're speaking to, and I'll even send you another little like in-depth homework assignment if you want on your ideal client persona, because you can get like really specific on their pain points or what they're feel bad about, or when I was asking everyone what they feel guilty about, like your potential clients are going to feel guilty about something. Maybe they eat healthy for 4 or 5 days and then they fall off, and they need somebody like you as a health professional to like kind of get them on track with a schedule and whatever, and you don't have to be like extremely on them like somebody like a strict parent, but like you're there as support. And we do fall off sometimes. I go a week without posting sometimes and I feel guilty or whatever. But like I said, I'll send everyone this too if they want to look past it. So yeah, I want the planning action to be like this week and next week, and then part of next week will be a little bit about like lighting. Week 3 will be more a little bit about editing and shooting, and then we can shoot each other's. They have like ring lights here and stuff. There's other lights here that go on that are more than just that light. So I just think this was a cool space to shoot at, because there's like album covers and a mirror and little artworks and lava lamps. So this space can look pretty cool, and we can help each other shoot as well. So I know a lot of us has said editing. So real quick, we'll just raise our hands based on like social media and content. Is your process broken at planning? Raise your hand. Okay. And shooting? Shooting? Everything. Editing? Editing's good, it just takes a while sometimes, right? Yeah, okay, cool. And has anyone gotten to a point where they have so much content that you guys can schedule like a week's worth of content out?
I have
Yeah.
so much, but I don't know how to check it. You know,
Okay.
I have the shots, but
Yeah.
I don't have the time to edit it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a script.
Yeah, okay. So planning and shooting, okay, great, that's great. So we'll spend a little more time on that. You know, I made a plan for the 7 weeks. And the only reason I did 7 instead of 8 is because 7 is my lucky number. So I'm just like, fuck it, we're doing 7, not 8. So we'll spend a little more time on planning and shooting than other things. And I made a plan for like what each week is going to be like, but I think I'll extend certain things of spending a little more time on this and that, and maybe just like a half a day or a half a session on editing if people feel like they're decent on that.
It's like also like a way to make the editing more efficient if you have like maybe your own workflow.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think my workflow is efficient. I'll like color grade in DaVinci and then I'll export and then I'll go to CapCut but like what I was saying earlier I think is really good. On the same day, so it's already fresh in your head, if you batch like 8 reels, on the same day if you could like cut them down to if it took you 4 minutes to shoot it and you just cut down the talking head to the 40 seconds it's gonna be, all those pauses, all those those likes or whatever, you know, that
normally I do it like super fast.
they'll do that and just go to bed. Yeah, the rest, yeah, the captions and the B-roll, and then if you add music, editing to the beat, that's what that definitely takes a little longer. But I just like to know that like, okay, I don't like to start from scratch every time I go back to a project. I'm like, okay, cool, at least this is color graded. Okay, at least this is tightened down to like the end time. That's what I kind of like about just getting that out of the way, and then I'll.
Also, like shooting doesn't take me 4 minutes.
Good.
Like a lot of hours.
Well, if you have somebody, it should be helpful. Like if I do a talking head and my neighbor's helping me and he feeds me the line, I get 2. I think maybe we get some like partners to help each other out, because like I said, like I've tried to do it all on my own, and it's fine when I'm working with a client. But if I got to do shooting, editing, directing, lighting, and scripting or whatever, and then also sit in front of the camera, like I fucking hate it. So just someone just reading me, that smells good. Someone reading me like the lines back is just a little bit better, and then I can get it done. Because I'm trying to do YouTube now too, which builds a little more trust when longer form, 7 minutes or more.
I'm taking this long just for, like you say, 40 seconds. Imagine like 30 minutes.
So if you don't have somebody to help you, just have bullet points and just try to get to them and free flow the talking. And then like you can look down at your like bullet points now and then and just cut that part out where you look down. And just like, it's obviously gonna sound better when it's more natural and like not these jump cuts of like, he said 2 sentences and he cut it. He said 2 sentences, then he cut. So yeah, if you are shooting alone, just have some bullet points of outlines, and it's just better to, because we all know it. Like I didn't script this. I was just like, okay, I should go over my presentations a little bit more. Okay, I should do this a little bit. But I'm like, I'm just gonna wing it. And I think that's, people like that too. They like it a little more raw. And that's what I'm saying, like shoot on your camera now and then and just post it. Don't overthink it, don't edit it. Just add captions through Reels or through edits or through Instagram and just be done. And then you're just like, oh my God, I just did that and it took me 15 minutes or less. Now and then, it's like some shit should be overproduced and some shit should just be a little more real and natural and raw. And then you don't have to overwhelm yourself with like, oh, I have to post 5 or 6 good pieces of highly produced, edited content per week. Okay, 3 of those can be quick, little spurs of the moment. hey, I just saw this interaction on the beach, or it made me think of this, or I just had a call with my friend or a client or a potential client, and it made me think of this. People like stories. Yeah. So. Yeah, like I was saying, when you like go on Instagram, you get inspiration from other creators. Like steal their structure, but like keep your voice, and make it your own version. You definitely want to like track your engagement and stuff, and we'll do that later on this course where we'll all look at our own analytics. That'll actually be homework for next assignment. I want you to like look at your 5 posts that were like outliers and 5 posts that didn't do well, and we're gonna look at the analytics, and you're gonna screenshot those analytics and stuff. So we're going to skip through that. So yeah, if you don't post for 2 weeks, but you spend like a really good amount of time on strategy and planning, it's going to be better than just like posting all the time and without having a plan for this. AI is really helpful. I want it to help you with the pillars, hooks, batching, and schedules. But like, if you have that like busy work, that type A like shit taken care of, then your brain can relax a little more, where the inspiration will just come. The inspiration, like obviously you have to be motivated in a certain way. I don't feel like shooting every day. I don't feel like editing every day, but I do it because I want to free up some time to like live life and socialize sometimes and do what I got to do, where yeah, once you kind of have a system, like your brain can like kind of relax a little more, because like this anxiety about, oh fuck, I didn't post in 3 days, and then you post something and it's like half-assed, but just because you felt guilty for not posting in like 4 days or whatever, it's not worth it. So get the system down, have like scripts are kind of already like created. Know what you're gonna shoot in that 1 or 2 days of shooting, and then like another 2 days of editing, and like you should have like that extra time for your clients, for going to the beach, enjoying Bali, enjoying nature, and going to other events, and just like living life. Like I'm a big fan of comedy, and some comedians just like tour like a shit ton, and then they realize they can't do that all the time. Like they can prepare for a special that they're gonna shoot, but they also need time to like just live life as well. You can't talk about shit and make new jokes unless you actually like are just living life and like make observations and comments on society, or shit that happens at the airport where they're traveling, or something they saw at the restaurant. You have to kind of like take a break now and then. But that's the point. It's just like if we do well with this together, and I do my job and you guys do your homework and do your job, then you will have like 3 or 4 days off a week where it's like you don't have to overthink and get anxiety about posting all the time. So like I said, I'll send this to everybody, but like growth is really good for reels, but converting is good for carousels. Like I saw Fanny doesn't really post carousels, but he needs to start, where I was telling him that they get posted twice. I don't know if you've noticed. You see the first slide of a carousel of your friends, and then maybe a day later, you'll see the second slide of the carousel. So carousels get pushed out twice. So they're really good for telling a story. And like I was saying, like if I'm telling everyone to like, one of the homework assignments was going through like, in the last 3 months or so, look at your like 5 outliers, which reels perform the best. And I'm sure most of you guys post reels. Convert one of those into a carousel. Same kind of dynamic and story. You can obviously like put the slides into AI and be like, hey, I want to make this into a reel kind of with a similar concept with my brand voice. But now that I've done like the ICP work and my new offerings and my superpowers, hone this down a little more into a carousel. Make it 9 slides, blah, 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 blah. Make it yourself, and then once you have that template, maybe then like you can get AI to make the next few, so you don't have to think as much. But yeah, there's a difference between reels and carousels.
What's the shelf life of carousel? Because you closed this part.
Weeks. Oh, my bad.
What's the shelf life?
Like before it goes bad.
What do you mean by goes bad?
But it's like it's like a kitchen term. Like
No,
Like how long it attracts
like in the context of carousels, what should happen for the carousel to go bad?
Well, sometimes I don't know if you've seen, if you go to a profile or something gets suggested to you, it's crazy that like it will be like somebody's like grid is like this big and it's like a post that's being pushed out to me that's like this far down on their grid. You know, here's the most recent content, here's like kind of recent, and then it's like holy shit, that got pushed out to me somehow by suggestions or whatever's Instagram's algorithm. It's just like it kind of gets pushed, some things get pushed out.
So it gets pushed out for weeks
Yeah.
until it dies down. So that's
Yeah.
How do you look into your own one? Because like people you get suggested to, and then you get a reel either in the exploration tab or suggestion, and then you watch the reel, and maybe you go to the profile and you notice it's not one of the last posts. It's like older, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
How do you get that test with yourself to see which one is being pushed?
I don't know. I don't really. I would just look at the analytics, like I was saying. But like, I mean, now and then you'll get a notification, and it's like somebody liked this post, and it was from like 4 or 6 posts ago. So I guess that's how I only. I mean, I don't really know. I don't have a good answer for that. I just say just look at the analytics. I'm just going through this fast because like I'll send this all to you guys. And I do have a version of like just a PDF that's like 2 pages that summarizes this without you going through the carousel or going through each slide. So you don't worry about if you're missing this.
And do you think it's good to put, like, for example, what you will share with us in ChatGPT, for example, in AI, and from your PDF to read it about our profile, like about
The homework assignment or the PDF of this?
yeah.
The PDF of this?
Yes.
No, I'm asking you. Well, what was the question?
My question is, like, your PDF, you will give to us.
Yeah, I'll send you. It's a summary of this. So if you don't want to go through the slide.
From what you will send to us, I will build my page in Instagram. Everything by
Sure. Yeah. You can put that in ChatGPT. Hey, based on Will's suggestions and his presentation and what we went over and my homework assignment, give me like a 2-week plan of stuff I can do. Also, these are 3 of my posts that did 5, or like this is the homework assignment this week. 5 of my posts that did really well in the past 3 months. These are 5 posts that didn't do that well in the past month. Like the brand audit I gave you a few months ago, you should put that in there too.
okay.
More information, the better.
Okay.
So yeah, marketing is what like corporations do, but like branding is what like you should do. Because personal branding will get you, if you get really niche down to like, you're that one person who does this and you're the only person for that. So there's people who might be following you who will probably never hire you, but like if you're posting decent content, consistent content, they'll share it with a friend who's like, oh, this person needs like a TERRA reading or like astrocartography, or like, oh, this person needs like help with their health or whatever. It's just like this, the point is just to be known for this one thing. And I think a lot of corporations are actually kind of getting jealous of like these certain personal brands and solopreneurs who are kind of doing it all themselves, because well, the best thing is like the profits are a lot bigger. You're not paying a whole team and like offices and like all this like expenditures. Like I just have a couple subscriptions and that's pretty much it. So yeah, you think about emotion too. Like I really want your perception and emotion to be those raw videos now and then, or those stories now and then, or just like, like I said, the best thing about social media in the past like 6 or 7 years, nobody cares about you like posting up next to like a Ferrari or whatever. You know, it's like let's just be real. Let's be, you know, who we are. Let's be relatable. You know, everyone's got some very unique stories, but I promise you those unique stories have very similar thematic elements that are relatable to many of us in this room because it's all the human experience. So yeah, the conflict is like what you think your dream client is kind of like struggling with, and like curiosity where you're kind of like posing a question, just like, you know, and there's a list too. I'll send you guys this too. It's just like, you know, something I heard but never thought was true, or like, you know, I never, you know, this one hack that like I didn't think was gonna work but it did, and it's gonna serve these type of people. Boom. And then like the body, you kind of drip feed what the information is, and then the call to action is like, hey, if you want to learn more, I'm sending like a PDF guide that explains all this in depth, and then you put the PDF in front of like an email paywall. They don't pay for it, but you get their email first, and then you could slowly do like a whole emailing campaign. So if you give freebies away, you gotta have like an email like paywall where you get their information. As like we learned from our last teacher, TC, it's like, if Instagram goes down for like a month, God forbid, how the fuck are you gonna reach all those people who follow you? You have to get their information that's off of Instagram, which is a WhatsApp group or an email or whatever, and then you could slowly like drip feed them more information. Hey, I saw you downloaded my PDF that was a guide to this and this and this. How was it? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm offering a free cohort or webinar on Tuesday, you know, August, whatever. Would you be interested? And then if they, you know, see you more, you explain more, they see value. People will buy from you only if they already gotten value from you or free things from you, you know? So that's why you gotta have some like freebies. And I suggest, you know, definitely going to YouTube, doing longer form, because you get, you know, followers and attention on YouTube or on Instagram, but you build trust on YouTube with the longer form. Someone watches a 7-minute video, they're more likely to buy from you. Someone watches a 15-minute video of you talking about this, they're probably gonna buy from you compared to just watching like 40-second reel on Instagram, you know. But the call to action should be like, follow my YouTube, or it should be a story, and you could put links on stories. So try to get them off of Instagram, try to get their information off of that. Oh yeah, here's the hooks I was talking about. So like, if you're still doing this, blank, stop. Here's how I fixed blank in 3 days. I tried blank for 30 days, here's what happened. Most people are doing this wrong, you know, conflict, curiosity, try to talk about your dream client's pain points a little bit more, and you know, don't give them the shit right away, like slowly, you know. Like I'm really good at like telling stories, like, you know, certain girls who I was seeing, they're just like, they hate it. They're just like, just get to the fucking point. I'm like, no, like I gotta like ease it in, where I'm just like, well then this happened, and you know, like, you know, my friend, you know, Sean, yeah, so me and Sean, you know, when we were in college, you know, this happened. Like you wanna like, in the middle of the reel, you know, obviously don't make it too long. People have TikTok attention spans, but like, if you can like, kind of like slow it down in the middle, and then they're gonna be like, okay, what's the payoff? And then that payoff is like, they get some nugget, some educational, whatever, and then there's that call to action. If you wanna learn more, DM me this, I'll send you my PDF, da 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 da. You know, if you don't have like a paywall email, you don't know how to do that, you can have them DM you, then ask for their email, then email them the PDF. That's another way to do the email. And then make a Google sheet of everyone's email. If you got enough money to get MailChimp or ConvertKit, which is now called Kit, you can put an email campaign together. I'm going far ahead of like where this should go, but like, yeah. So, you know, that was like the real format. Here's the carousel format. Hook is the real, build interest, slides 2 through 3, visual diagrams, or just visuals or just diagrams, practical value, and then the simple call to action, okay? And so, most of my carousels are at least 6 slides. Some of them are 10, but think of it that way. And of course, like when you're shooting a reel, you got to remember like what's on the edges. Obviously, Instagram's got the likes, shares, comments on the right. You don't want to have anything that's cut off. The text hooked is basically just something for the first 3 seconds so people know what the video is about, so they are gonna watch through the whole hook. Usually a hook's 4 to 6 seconds. The text should just be there for the first 3 seconds, then it should go away, and then the caption's at the bottom, but obviously high enough so it's not like cut off by like your profile and your little like profile picture at the bottom. So just be very cautious of that. I see people all the time having captions way too far on the edge. People have different dimension iPhones now. So a reel that looks good on my phone is not gonna look good on like the Pro Max. It's crazy. So just be cautious of your captions not going too far to the left or right. You know, it's better to make 2 lines than having 1 long line. And then like it just looks unprofessional.
For me, the problem, my caption is cut from, you can see all the caption.
Well, that's the thumbnail. You should make a separate thumbnail.
I think in edits there's like overlay on the video which
When you post it, you can add your own cover.
Yes, in fact, I'm doing that.
Okay, so there's this one other trick then. So, look, it looks good here.
Exactly, why?
Okay, so when you post, I want to show you, this is actually a really good question. Okay, so when you post, no, it won't let you do it on the laptop actually. I could maybe screen record, but like, okay, let's say you post a reel. Okay, this is all draft, and if everyone wants to see this, like, come over here. So whatever, like, I'm just pretending you're doing this, whatever. We'll do that. Let's say test, right? Or reset. Yeah, sure. Let's say reset. So when you edit cover, and you add from camera roll, this is the stuff you've been using, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not there. So let's do. Think about the dimensions first. So let's say it's. Well, let's just say this, right? I know it's a lot wider. What you have to do is you have to hit this. So this, remember, some of them look good on Reels, right? When I click the Reels tab, they look fine. Most of them. But then you can't, when you add from your own camera roll, you have to press Profile Grid. You click Profile Grid, and then you could zoom in or zoom out a little more. So this is on your regular page. Cover, this is just what's going to be in the Reels page. Because it's a different dimensions because it's a combination of posts, it's a combination of carousels, it's a combination of reels. So when you do add from your own camera roll, which you should do, make sure you click Profile Grid. And if it doesn't fit there, then, but why don't you use this as a template, right? I Lost Myself should be the template. You make these on Canva or ChatGPT? Yeah, so just add this to ChatGPT and be like, make the text never bigger than this. Okay. Because you can even zoom this in, and that looks good too, right? So on Reels, it's going to look this wide on the tab, but on Profile Grid, when you first go to Profile,
like
you have to do that. But I can't do this on laptop. They give you less options on laptop. I could fucking screen record it, but yeah, it's a really good question.
It's not like in my phone, for example, I got like a random image and I can make it smaller.
No, you can't.
But
Yeah, so you have to already know what the dimensions are of
okay, yeah.
That's why I was saying I tried to use that other one, but it didn't look good. I Lost Myself was saying when he makes new profile or he makes new covers, just put that to ChatGPT first. I Lost Myself. All my future covers, the text should never be bigger.
Yeah, okay.
And then because
This is the template.
The perfect one is this.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that if you tell ChatGPT to always never make the text bigger than that, then you never have to click Profile Grid. It'll always be good. But look here, they're all good now,
Yeah.
except for this one. It just it's fine. It cuts off a little bit. But yeah, I Lost Myself. Perfect. Like that's a little bit wider. But like, yeah, just feed ChatGPT that and just be like, never make it, and then you never have to worry about my little dimensions.
Okay.
There's a different dimensions.
You know, once you've got that profile measurements,
Yeah.
can you download that? How do you put it on ChatGPT?
I mean, just Google like what's the profile dimensions for Instagram? What's? I mean, you can ask ChatGPT that too. What's the? I don't know the dimensions off my head, but I'm just saying we figured out that cover is perfect because it doesn't matter if it's cropped in a little bit. That text is going to work for even the profile grid and the real grid.
And we can download that one.
he already made it. I'd make one and then make sure it works good, and just and tell ChatGPT make sure it's always like this. I mean, I'm sure I love Canva. I love Canva for this reason of just like there's templates for all these things, and they might have like the lines and the dimensions to be like this is a safe zone. This is a safe zone. Like this is for reels, but like I don't have the covers. Yeah, I mean, feel free to ask me too in the chat or like separately too. But like, yeah, the covers are pretty important too. But I love how quick like it makes it for you. We're gonna keep going because we got a lot to get to, and we got like a couple minutes. Actually, I'm gonna just copy this right now because this is like really good. All right, I'll send you guys this later. Obviously, I'll put it in the chat, but like, I think this is something you guys should do this week. But I wanted to go over everyone's like homework too, so we're kind of running out of time. Claude, I really like. Simplified's really good for AI scheduling. Playhit's good for voiceover videos. Mind Map is like Miro board, but it's pretty good. Viral Finder, you can search viral content in your niche and then like analyze it and tell AI to like make it into your voice. AI carousels, it's pretty good. I've enjoyed Nano Banana on Poppy. Claude's getting better and better at it as well. NJL is good at analytics, and then Magnify is good at upscaling, but I think the one in Canva is pretty good too. They have their own stuff. Like I said, I'll send you a PDF of all this, but here's some other AI tools that not everyone knows about, obviously, besides Claude. So the homework's different because this was something else. So there's this theory that suggests, you know, you want to kind of stand out in a way. So the guy who I took a personal branding course from, he like bleached his hair and like he had brown hair for a while or whatever, and it kind of like stop the scroll. So I want you to figure out like what's something you could do to like stop the scroll. And there's obviously hooks, but there's also visual hooks. So like I'm not really good at this because I just like shoot and I just try to do a decent job editing. But like if the first shot can just like be like the phone down here and then you picking up the phone, or like you shooting yourself looking in the mirror that's looking at the camera, like that one shot should be something that like stands out enough, because we are inundated with so much content, so much things trying to grab our attention, people addicted to TikTok and even Instagram and all this stuff. What can you do to make yourself stand out? You know, like obviously, I was saying in the beginning, like a lot of us offer the same things that other people offer, but what's going to make you unique, or your perspective? Is it, you know, you always wear like a funky outfit, or you have your mic attached to like a fork or something funny, or like do you have an opening shot where it's a little creative, where it's just like you're like talking on the phone, you're like, oh wait, no, I gotta go, and then you like turn to the camera. Like there can be a lot of different visual hooks that you can use, and also like how you look as well. So yeah, my personal brand mentor, he just had bleached hair for like a year, and it did stop the scroll because people were used to him looking this way, you know. You know, I have more than one pair of glasses, and I like, you know, tricking people like, oh, I thought you had those pairs of glasses. Like, well, I was like, no, I change glasses based on like what I think looks better with the outfit or whatever. So thinking about certain things that can yeah, stop the scroll and make you stand out is something that's huge with growth on Instagram. And then, like, let's say you run into somebody on the beach and they're like, oh, you're that person who does this and this. Oh, I love your content because of that, or whatever. It's just like, that's the point. You know, like I want you to be a little micro celebrity in Bali eventually. So if you want to follow me, that'd be great. I think we should all follow each other because we can all like give inspiration. One thing I learned about working with my pal Ross was that he talked about this with other creators too. He had a WhatsApp group of like 20 of his closest friends, and every time he posted on Instagram, he was like, "I know I'm annoying, guys, but like if you don't mind liking and commenting on it." Obviously, comments are a little more powerful than just liking it. You know, it feeds the algorithm a little bit. So like, I want everyone to do well. I'll if everyone, because I don't want to overwhelm like the WhatsApp group. If we all follow each other on Instagram and stuff, I can make an Instagram group, and then if we post new content, let's just hype each other up. You know, let's just be like, great stuff, that was awesome, or like, Sebastian, that sucked, your mustache looks stupid. Like, we can be funny too, you know, like, let's just be like, you know, just be a little bit of a support system. And then, you know, if you want to do that with your friends on your own time too, if, you know, get 15, 20 of your closest friends in a WhatsApp group, be like, hey guys, I'm really trying to go hard on Instagram. If I'm taking this social media course, if I do really good at this, the point is I get warm leads all the time and I never have to pay for Meta ads, Facebook ads, Google ads. I'm just gonna have a stream of clients that love working with me, respect me, and all that stuff. So let's all follow each other on Instagram. We can pass around each other's phones at the end, so we don't have to like send that shit and overwhelm the WhatsApp chat. And people who missed the first week are gonna be a little slow to this. I do have this really good guide too, which goes a little bit deeper. I can send you guys as well. It does have a little bit of what we're doing, but it goes just a little bit deeper. With production steps and conversion systems and stuff. So I'm happy to send this as well. But I want to send everybody, if everyone's email is like correct, I'll just share everybody on like this Google Drive that has all this extra stuff. Maybe some weeks I'll be like, hey, do this homework assignment. You know, if you're bored and you're tired of editing or shooting or, you know, going for walks on the beach, like, do all the other like assignments I have. I've done iterations of this in certain capacities of this and this. I wanted to have a school community. I have all these things I had as like assignments and stuff. So there'll be extra stuff in there, and I think you'll get some benefit out of. It's like it's going to be as good as you want it to be, as much work as you want to put into it. But real quick, I really did want to get into quickly like everyone's little story or like your homework assignment, okay? Because week 2's homework is like, I want you to go over, I'll put it in the chat, but like go over your best 5 posts in the last 3 months and your worst 5 posts in the last 3 months. If you have a business account, I think you're only able to see analytics. I might be wrong, could be both. Go to the analytics of each, screenshot that, analyze it, what worked, what didn't, and then we can share that next week as well. But for now, let's just quickly just go over like your superpowers, our brand, our ideal client, and then like our brand offerings. So I'll start, but then we'll go to you next. Well, with the homework, just I'm gonna just say what I did. So where is it? So my superpower is pre-production planning for social media. I take the same systems I use in professional film and TV sets, scripting, shot list, batching, and translate them into repeatable weekly routines for solo creators and business owners. 13 years on real sets. Most content coaches have never worked on one, and that's my edge. My ICP, a sharp, self-aware business coach or consultant doing at least $25K a month consistently, strong client results, zero content system. They've tried random videographers, courses, Canva templates, AI tools. Nothing felt cohesive. They want to stop looking for a hustling solopreneur. They want to stop looking like a hustling solopreneur and start showing up as a premium brand they already are in the room. They want clarity on positioning, a content system that runs without burnout, and visuals that finally match their depth. My core offers, I have Tier 1, which is an authority audit where I async a full diagnostic of their current content setup and exactly where the system is breaking down. I deliver in 5 days, no calls required. It's a 7-day plan as well, with lighting suggestions, wardrobe suggestions, people who they're trying to attract. Tier 2 is a brand production system. It's a 3-month program, build the full production system from scratch, shot list, scripting, batching, pillars, weekly planning rituals, milestones, based with some calls. And then I have authority content, which is 8 weeks. So it's like an intensive 2-week course or 2-month course, full system, plus I'm showing up to direct it on shoot days, and I edit up to 16 reels if the video is provided, or I'm in here in person and I can actually shoot it as well. Okay, go.
That was a lot that you said.
I was try to. I know. I said do a minute, but like, you don't. I had 3 core offers. If you want to just say like what your one service is,
Okay.
but just say your ICP, or sorry, your superpower, your ICP, and like what your service is.
Sorry, what's ICP?
Your ideal client persona or profile.
So I run a creative agency. It's a true one-stop shop for small to medium businesses and content creators. It's mainly content production, paid ads, and client acquisition. And that kind of takes away the juggling between 5 different freelancers or 5 different agencies that look after your ads, your videos, and they don't actually speak to each other, so it looks different on each platform. I've worked on both ends of the business, in sales and also content production. So I've been in sales for over 2 years now. I actually do cold calls, and I've been on both ends, B2C and B2B. So that actually gives me a good perspective on like what people are looking for when it comes to like what doesn't just look good, but also convert. My ideal client would be small to medium businesses and clients and people that don't actually have a product yet but want to grow, and they have no idea how to convert that product. So I actually help them everything from how to stand out in the crowd. So if there's 10 different companies that look the same, I make him be that company that gets chosen just based on the looks, and improve their way of selling that product that they have. I don't know if that makes sense, but here we go.
Yeah, hi. So I'm Nikita, founder of Sun27 alternative clothing brand. I guess my superpower is that I combine strong operational and legal experience with a strict, dark conceptual design vision. So I know how to actually build and scale the physical supply chain behind a creative concept. My ideal client is a person from 25 to 35, mainly creatives, people from art with high income. They value underground music and art, Eastern philosophy, and they choose their clothing intentionally. And my offer is basically premium clothing featuring conceptual dark fashion aesthetic inspired by dark aesthetics. Yeah, that's it.
So it's like reporting in the boardrooms now, huh? Feels like. Okay. My name is Evgenia. I'm a founder of the Vitality Codes ecosystem. And my superpower, I help high-achieving professionals, mostly from the corporates, to reclaim their vitality and life force by guiding them to directly experience where their energy is draining across their whole system, then supporting them to understand why and make the shift, because I learned to read my own system this way first, not from the book. So my ICP is high-achieving professionals, 35-50, who has built real success but somewhere lost connection with their own vitality, aliveness, and sense of meaning. They are intelligent, self-aware, and done with the surface solutions. They are ready or being forced by life to go deeper. And my offering, so the Vitality Codes is an ecosystem I'm building and what is okay. It includes free educational content and self-awareness program called The Undercurrent, and one-on-one mentorship where we go deeper into why the energy drains is happening and how to shift it. I think that's enough for now.
Thank you so much. Hello, I'm Yassin. I'm a private flight planner, luxury travel designer, and content creator who built his career from the ground up. After living and working in different countries, now I help entrepreneurs and ambitious travelers experience exclusive journeys while showing the discipline, hard work, and the sacrifice behind every success. I don't simply sell travel, I represent a lifestyle built on ambition, authenticity, and relentless work. My superpower is turning luxury experiences into authentic stories. I combine my expertise in luxury travel and private aviation with the ability to reveal what most people never see: the behind the scenes work, the sacrifice, the preparation, and reality behind every exclusive journey. This builds trust and inspires people to believe that extraordinary results come from consistency and dedication. My ideal client is an entrepreneur, CEO, or successful professional between 20 and 50, 60 years old, who has a limited time but high expectations. They seek exclusive travel experiences, flawless service, and someone they can trust completely. They value authenticity, understand the luxury, and appreciate working with someone who genuinely lives the lifestyle they represent, and privacy. I offer fully.
You don't have to read. If you've done this, just say what you offer. Just like.
I didn't do it.
Okay. You have to read it.
Yes.
So you're still trying to like figure out some of your offerings.
No.
You know what your offerings are?
Yes, I know, but when I'm in English, the slang in English is different.
This is helping you practice for all the content you're going to make in English.
Exactly. I know. I offer fully personalized luxury travel experiences designed around each client's lifestyle and needs. That's it.
No, go.
Yeah, you pressure me.
Slava.
What do we go through again? All of the document or just some points from it?
If you could be quicker about it, because I want you to, in America we say like or at least when I was in Hollywood, you like, what's your elevator pitch? Like you run into somebody, he's a big producer, you have less than a minute to tell him what this is all about, like you meet somebody and like, come on, you don't want to like waste your words, you want to be very choice about them. So I just want people to be practicing this. So like, like I said in the beginning, like I used to tell people like, oh, I do photo and video. It's like, no, I do a little more specific. I help creators and founders attract their ideal client through content and systems and pre-production and planning. So if you can just get better at doing this in a minute, it's only going to be better for you in the long run at networking events or your friend's birthday party that you meet somebody new.
I help local businesses get booked appointments through paid ads without having to chase leads or reply to lead inquiries within the first 5 minutes. My ideal client is a business that serves a local area that's already making over 6 figures and ready to scale to 7 figures per year.
Good. And your superpower?
Large-scale media buying, Google Ads and Meta Ads strategy, and generating booked appointments for local businesses.
Great.
I scaled the company's paid ads budget from $2,000 per month to $3 million per month in 2 years, which included Meta Ads and Google Ads. And I built a client acquisition system for criminal defense and family law attorneys that generated appointments booked directly in the attorney's calendar without the attorneys having to follow up with leads or answer the phone.
Great. And out of everybody else who's ready, because I see everyone staring at their phone or their computer. Are you ready?
No.
If everyone else is staring at their phone, they're trying to like lock it down and get it tight.
I'm going in my.
Come on, do it. Yeah, everyone else is looking at their phone, so we'll give you guys some more time. You're getting ready, right?
You want to do it?
No, I'm going. Can I
Change it all.
my picture three times in the past 10 seconds?
You're ready next? Okay. You're not ready?
I'm not ready. Like, I was doing the same on the phone by my head, so I'm looking at my phone in my head.
So we start from superpower, right? So my superpower is when I check the people's chart, I will be like a detective. So I will find all those clues, all the details, and I could see the patterns in the past and or in the future, and what makes a person behave like this way, and combining with these elements and energies and everything. So yeah, eventually I'll be like detective. And also I also use my psychic ability, so I can sense something and figure something out for them and give them the guidance. About my ideal client profile, the ICP, I would say I prefer them be more open-minded and respect nature, respect universe, have that awareness, and not too superstitious. Just like my fate, my destiny is already fixed. It's not. They can still make change. So they and also have accept what they already become. So it's kind of karma stuff. I hope they believe karma. The last one.
Your offerings.
Yeah, my offerings, like I doing two Chinese astrologies. One is called Bazi. It's based on 5 elements, yin and yang. It's based on the I Ching. Some people call it I Ching. And the energy is about energy, low, high, or different energies. And it's because the 4 seasons and the stars and everything. And the second one I'm doing is similar to the Vedic. It's like 12 houses and 180 stars. Also, it's kind of similar to Vedic, but it's also another Chinese Asian astrology. So I do both of them. Yeah.
And so are they both like a couple week courses, or are they just one-offs?
They are 2 different systems actually, but I can do both. I cross-check both of them. Okay. And so I'm literally doing 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yes. One of your highlights eventually is just like, this is a one-off. This is like a 12-week course. This is an 8-week course. Like people should all like understand that, before they go to the website. So that's the whole exercise. No, it's just something to think about. I'm just like I want this to be like, okay, yeah, like I want to work with somebody for just 3 months. I only want to work with somebody for 2 months. Okay, this is a one-off thing or whatever. Just be very clear.
Oh, it can be one off.
Yeah. Are you ready, Lena?
Yes. Yeah, I want to change it later, but
say it in your own words. It's all good.
I have this one. My specific skills. I help people fix their health, not just through food, but by shifting their mindset patterns that keeps them stuck in unhealthy habits. That combination, nutrition plus mindset change, is that sets you apart from nutritionists. Okay, it's about me, not. Okay. I have 5 years of hands-on experience working with both women and men, which means I see how lifestyle change actually plays and across different bodies, routines, and psychology, not just theory. So. My superpower is ability to observe closely and pick up the specific details others miss. these years of clinical observing and analysis experience, I built a highly personalized system for each individual, professionally designing the structure around their health, behavior, and eating habits. So, like the offer, I help men and women transform their health by building a personalized system around behavior design and eating habits, using deep clinical observation to catch the specific details that generic nutrition plans always miss.
Good. That's good for now. I mean, you said you're still working on it.
Yes, I'm still
That's
working on
fine.
it.
No, I love how you were just like, I gotta fix it. I gotta change it a little bit more. Like I said, I was telling her earlier. It's just like, I mean, I've done the ICP stuff a few times or whatever. It's like, but it's really good to just do it every 6 months and just like refine it a little more. Like sometimes you might get a few clients and you're like, I don't want to work with that type of person again. So then you just refine it a little more.
Will, just one thing. So, superpower, ICP,
And your
offer,
offerings. Yep.
and that's it. Okay.
I'm going to read it as well.
You ready when you're ready.
Okay. So I help professionals aged 30 to 60 who have built successful careers but no longer feel fulfilled. They typically earn around 40 to 100,000 pounds per year, are intelligent, hardworking, and financially responsible, but feel trapped in their jobs. My superpowers are building deep trust quickly, connecting with health and wealth naturally, teaching from lived experiences rather than theory, and leading with service instead of sales. What I'm offering is I am helping professionals create additional income streams and generate greater freedom through the Hardika method, which is a modern, ethical approach to building an online business centered around health, wealth, and freedom. It starts with a free discovery call where we explore whether this business model is the right fit for them and their goals, values, and lifestyle. Thank you.
You?
No, yo no lo preparé.
She ain't going.
No
She-
importa.
I didn't send her the homework
Yo
assignment.
tampoco.
We did this in our other course anyway.
Lo acabo de preparar en los 5 minutos que iba hablando cada uno. Bueno, okay, fuck it.
Okay, ready when you are.
Give me a sec.
You want Melissa to go first?
No, I'm hooking my sentence.
Okay.
No. Okay. All eyes on me.
You're good, you're good.
Yeah? Okay. Life without a purpose is meaningless. I'm Sebastian, and I help people that want to change their lives, but they're feeling unworthy or they're waiting for the perfect moment to take action over it. My superpower it's identifying patterns in different situations and circumstances and people and actions so they can be corrected and improved. And also the courage to jump into the unknown and have the no, jumping into the unknown and take action over things. Don't overthink about it. So my ICP. So my ideal client, it's a person between 25 and 35. I'm focusing mainly in men that they went through a life-changing event and they want to do something about it. They just don't want to wait anymore. And what else? My program. So I'm offering a program which is hybrid. We have online sessions in format of workshops, but also I combine this with nature experiences in form of retreats. So you can actually work in yourself, in your identity, and then take action over the things in person so you can escape of it and also overcome certain fears. So I put small challenges into this experience so you can get vulnerable and have the courage to take action over these things. Yeah.
I don't want to give many people suggestions
But,
because we're already over time, and I want to do a few things after this. But my one suggestion is, it sounds like partly is this is online and you do like a talk or a call, and then partly it's in person where you do hikes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
My suggestion is it conflicts with your ideal client because you want them to take risks and be courageous. If you're in Bali, you fucking left your country and you kind of already are. So I think you should offer, that's fine to keep that, but there should also be one where it's strictly online. You want to talk to people in Spain or certain South American countries or Spanish-speaking countries or even English-speaking countries. Your English is still good, where it's just like they haven't even gotten out and broken out yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
but
like
I want people that is already doing something about it, not that it needs
Oh,
to
okay,
make a jump,
okay.
you know?
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, but I didn't express that properly, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
no, that's fine.
that's why there's a life change.
You don't have to look at the camera. You can look at me, like. But yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Right.
That's fun.
I'm Melissa of Cosmic Roadmap. I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs and professionals discover where they will thrive through a combination of astrocartography, relocation strategy, and practical implementation, because I uniquely combine engineering, global life experience, and transformational coaching. My ideal client, it mentioned what is it, through AI, it was women, but I think it's everyone, but we'll see.
You talk to that one person, but you'll catch a wide net.
Yeah.
The more specific you get.
Exactly. They'll be between 35 and 50 who have already built a successful career or business and earn roughly 100 to 500K annually in US dollars. From the outside, everything looks successful, but internally they feel disconnected, uninspired, and know that they've outgrown their current environment. And their recent experience, they recently experienced major life transition, divorce, burnout, career change, or identity shift. And they're asking themselves, where do I actually belong? And my offer, I plan to do like a freebie to bring people in, and then have kind of like a session, so my readings, and then the big ticket offer would be a mentorship, a 6-month mentorship that actually allows them to leave where they're at and finally start living the life of their dreams.
That's amazing. So you hear that, everyone? Like, you should have a freebie, get their emails, give something free, trust them, or work on YouTube a lot. And then if you don't have a freebie yet or a PDF, if you have like a call to action on your reels or your whatever. So yeah, what I want everyone to think about is like what Melissa was saying. Like you should have like a freebie offer or a PDF you want to give people and a call to action on your reels, get their emails. There's a low ticket offer and then there's a high ticket offer. And then, you know, technically maybe low ticket, medium, and then high ticket. You know, I got a 3-month course. I got a 2-month course. She's got a 6-month course. she knows what she's going for. If she's going to work with somebody for 6 months, she wants them to earn over 100K. You know, like I've worked with plenty of clients, different ranges. Low budget clients are the worst. They demand the most, expect this, and it's just a nightmare. So try to think about the offers that you did, break it down and ask ChatGPT. It's like, okay, I want to do a 1-month course low ticket, or I want to do like a free call for making sure they're a right fit. So that's like my freebie. Okay, what's a based on my ICP and my my brand and my offerings and my superpowers, what is 3 offerings I could make at this, and this price point? And that should be specific and mapped out. Like, you know what you're going to do week 1 with a client, you know what you're going to do week 2 with a client, and all that stuff, and so on and so forth. I didn't get to my second presentation. Thank you guys all for coming. We'll go through this one fast next week, but I'll text in the group. But yeah, if you can go through like the last 3 months, find your 5 outlier posts that did really well, your 5 posts that didn't do really well. We can do some analytics. If you want to go deeper, click the analytics and screenshot it. And then I can go sit with everybody for like 10, 15 minutes outside or whatever, one-on-one, and we could do like the whole Poppy analytics brand audit as well, get a little deeper understanding of what's working, what's not. And then I'll share people on the Google Drive, and there'll just be extra resources, extra stuff, the PDF, the slideshow, whatever else you need. And I'll check in with the students who didn't come and make sure they watch the YouTube video, but we'll do like a couple minutes of Q&A if you want. But if anybody is not rushing to leave, I would really, really love if I could get like 5 people who are down for like a quick testimonial. At week 7, I'll do like a finality thing, but I'll just like get people in the corner real quick with the records or whatever. If you just say like 2 minutes, or no, sorry, 30 seconds of just like what you're trying to get out of this, or what you hope to get out of this, and what you do, then that'd be great. And then I can like stitch it with like the last week's transformation that hopefully everyone goes through. The homework is to find 5 outlier posts that did really well, 5 that didn't do that well. If you can, if you know how to look at the analytics on Instagram, screenshot that, throw it through ChatGPT or Gemini or AI that you have. But then also I'll do the whole analytics with Poppy. We'll do it maybe around the break, like, so, because if I'm gonna sit with everybody for 10 minutes, that's a long break. So we'll do the presentation that I kind of missed this time, because I did a longer presentation. So yeah, probably in the middle. If we start at 11, around like 12, I'll take one person at a time outside for 10 minutes. We do their stuff. I'll copy, paste it into a PDF, email it to you, and then I'll get the next person for 10 minutes. I'll get the next person. So the middle of the class next week will just be like an hour of just like you guys just being able to talk amongst yourselves, or get a little more refinement in everything else. And if you are bored enough, then do one of the free resources that I give you in the Google Drive that I'll share this week. Cool? Yeah? Yay. Yeah, look right here. Let's see. Yeah, let's get the seats out if we can. This is good. This is good. Or like some people. Okay, you're shorter. I'm gonna stand behind you. There we go. You can just get on this seat. It's wide enough? Yeah? Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Really serious, resting bitch face. Okay, now smile. What happened? Rocio, you want to help him out? You got it? It's 0.5? Yeah, you don't need flash. You don't need flash. Take the flash off. I'll edit it. No flash, and then. All right, Rosie, get in. Just one, come on. Last one. Yeah.
Was it the dress code you said?
Actually, yeah, this is crazy.